Hi everyone. So today in this video we are going to learn about cytoplasm. So cytoplasm is the liquid present in the cell. So how we are having a blood, in the same way cell is having some liquid in it. So that liquid is called as what? Cytoplasm. Okay. So here cyto means cell, plasm means liquid. So the liquid which is present in the cell is called as what? Cytoplasm. When we look at the temporary mounts of the onion peel as well as human chick cells, we can see a large region of each cell enclosed by the cell membrane. This region takes up very little stain and it is called as what? Cell. Cytoplasm. So if you observe the onion peel cells in the mounting process, what we have seen some dark spots in the center and some plain area. Okay, this area you are going to see it, right? So this area is filled with the liquid. So completely the cell is filled with the liquid and that liquid is called as what? Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the fluid content inside the plasma membrane. So fluid content is nothing but what? Liquid. Fluid means what? Liquid, okay? Plasma membrane, it is the outer membrane, you know it. So it also contains many specialized cell organelles. So as I said earlier, cell is having some components in it and that components or that parts are called as what? Cell organelles. So cell organelles are emerged in this cytoplasm. Each of these organelles performs specific function for the cell. So you know that they are going to do some special work in the cell. Cell organelles are enclosed by membranes. So cell is covered with some outer covering, right? So in the same way, the organelles which are present in the cell are covered with some membrane. So let me say these are the organelles and they are also covered with some outer covering. Okay. So they are saying enclosed means covered by some membranes. In prokaryotes, beside the absence of a defined nuclear region, the membrane-bound cell organelles are also absent. So, we learned in previous video, right? Prokaryotes are nothing but the organisms which do not have nuclear or nucleus or nuclear membrane, right? So, in prokaryotes, we are not going to see some outer covering. The other cell organelles are also not having any outer covering in which organisms? Prokaryotes. On the other hand, the eukaryotic cells have nuclear membrane as well as membrane enclosed organelles. So, eukaryote is nothing but what? Nuclear membrane containing organisms, right? Or the nuclear membrane containing cells. So, in eukaryotic cells also, we are going to see nuclear membrane and the other organelles are also covered with the outer membrane or the outer covering. The significance of the membranes can be illustrated with the help of viruses. With the example of viruses. Viruses lack any membranes and hence do not show characteristics of life until they enter a living body and use its cell machinery to multiply. So what is the use of membrane? So as we discussed earlier, prokaryotes do not have nuclear membrane, right? So in prokaryotes, some of the cell organelles also do not have their outer covering or their outer membranes. Okay, so but in eukaryotes we are having the outer covering nuclear membranes and the cell organelles are also having some membranes. What is the importance of these membranes? We are going to say with the example of these viruses. So viruses they lack, that means they do not have any membranes outside. That means the viruses are not having any outer covering towards their body. Hence, do not show characteristics of life until they enter into the living body. So, until they enter into the living body, they are not going to show any character. That means they are not going to reproduce, they are not going to excrete, they are not going to live. They are just like dead things, okay? Until they enter into the body. After entering to the body, they become live. Okay, they become alive. So There is a use of this cell membrane, sorry, the outer covering or the membranes. Okay, so when they enter into the living body and they use their cell machinery to multiply. So when they enter into the our body or any living organism, then only they act as alive, or else they will be in the dead thing. So fill in the gaps in the following table illustrating differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic. So let us see the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell differences. Size generally small. So the prokaryotic cell is very small, that is nothing but 1 to 10 micrometer. Okay, the symbol which you are going to see, okay, this symbol is nothing but micron. Okay, micrometer. 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. Okay, 1 micrometer is nothing but 10 to the power minus 6. So minus refers here very small. That means when you know that negative symbol refers to less, right? So the size of the prokaryotic cell is very small. A eukaryotic cell generally ranges from 5 to 100 micrometer. Nuclear region. So here, nuclear region well defined and surrounded by a nuclear membrane. This is about eukaryotes. So nuclear region, it is not well defined. In prokaryotes, the nucleus is not defined well, right? So nuclear region is not defined well, and they are known as what? Nucleoid. Chromosomes are single here and more than one chromosome will be present. Membrane bound cell organelles absent. In prokaryotes, we have learned in the few minutes before that membrane bound cell organelles means that this outer covering is absent in the prokaryotes, and membrane bound cell organelles are present here in which cell? Eukaryotic cell. Okay, this is about prokaryotes and the eukaryotes. So let us go for cell organelles. So till now we said cell organelles, cell components, some things are present in the cell, some parts are present in the cell, okay, some parts are present in the cell, some components are present in the cell. So what are those we are going to see, okay? So let me say once again, cell organelles are nothing but the parts of the cell is known as what? Cell organelles, okay? The parts of the cell we are going to call it as what? Cell organelles. So let us go for here. Every cell has a membrane around it to keep its own content separate from the external environment. That means what? Every cell is having its own covering. So onion cell we have taken, right? So this is the one single cell and this is the another cell joined, another cell here. Okay, that means what? Every cell is single part. So this is the single cell. Okay, and this is covered by a outer covering. Every cell is having its own outer covering. Large and complex cells, including cells from multicellular organisms, need a lot of chemical activities to support their complicated structure and function. So from the large cell, that is nothing but complex cells or multicellular organisms, what happens? They need a lot of chemical activity to support their complicated structure and function. So we the human beings are multicellular organisms, right? So we need more chemical activities in our body to maintain our body and our functions. So to keep these activities of the different kinds separate from each other, these cells use membrane-bound little structures or organelles within themselves. So as I said, cell is having some parts in it, right? So it is having some separate parts are present in the cell to do separate function or to do some separate work. This is one of the features of the eukaryotic cell. that distinguish them from prokaryotic cell. So prokaryotic cells are not having some separate, the work will be not so complex, but in eukaryotic cell the work or the cells are going to do some, they are having separate structures or the organelles in it to do the work. Some of these organelles are visible only with an electron microscope. So cell itself is a very small thing we are going to see under microscope, right? So then what about the parts in it? The parts are also, if cell is only small, the parts are also very tiny or very small, right? So to look at these parts, what we have to do, we have to see under electron microscope. So electron microscope is the complex microscope. We have talked about the nucleus in the previous section. So we have talked about nucleus, cytoplasm and plasma membrane, right? So these are the main parts we said. Some important examples of the cell organelles which we will discuss now are, so other parts of the cell are endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria, and plastids. So these are the other parts of the cell or other organelles of the cell. They are important because they carry out some very crucial functions in the cells. Crucial function is nothing but very important functions in the cell. So mainly we are having nucleus, cytoplasm and plasma membrane, right? So these are the main parts we said, but uh, cell is also having other parts in it called as what? Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, mitochondria and plastids. So these are also very important parts to do some other important functions in the cell. Okay, so let us see these parts one by one in the next video. So thank you for watching the video. For more videos, please subscribe the channel and try to share the videos to your friends, and please like the video.